Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please leave us a review. Spread the word. Tell at least one other person about Miguel and Holly Uncensored. Also, you are in the Platypus Posse, so you can join the Miguel and Holly fam/Platypus Posse group on the Facebook page on Facebook. So Go do that. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Before we get into anything, I just wanted to circle back to what we talked about at the beginning of the show today when I was at Spirit Halloween store and they had the Haktua spit on that thing.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that. I thought that was going to be like a one and done 2-month thing. I don't even know when it was.
No, she has a podcast, I believe.
Talk to her.
Yeah, talk to her. Listen, whatever you can do to extend your fame, do it.
You might as well.
Listen, make the money.
Make it.
I was just wondering, I'm like, does she have like copyright over that?
I thought someone said she did.
I would really hope so, because when I was at Spirit Halloween and they had a whole Haktua section.
Yeah.
They had a hat and they had like some koozies that has the phrase on it. And then it was just like random costumes that I'm like, nothing really has it to do anything with it.
You just wanted to use that phrase and put it in the store.
Right. But they just had like buttons and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, I hope that they paid you. I hope that Spirit Halloween paid you.
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't.
I know. Because, I mean, look what happened to Very Demure, Very Mindful. Like, someone else filed the copyright on that.
Yeah, to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope Haktua girl got her goods.
Make that money. So Halloween, I guess, celebrating for party-wise was this past weekend.
Yes.
Even though some friends of mine are like, I know you love Halloween, Miguel. We're going to do some Halloween stuff on Thursday. And I'm like, y'all have fun. I will be giving candy out.
There you go.
And watching a scary movie and probably going to bed.
What are they going to do? Like Halloween party? Is it going to be a big party day?
I don't know. I mean, I know that there are parties happening Thursday night. And some of my friends do go out on Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be out.
I'm
we
trying
could
to
go
think.
watch Smile 2.
I would be, well, but here's the thing. Like, I want to do something spooky, but then I really, really want to hand out candy to kids because I feel like there's going to be a lot of kids in our neighborhood.
Didn't you say it seems like there is a big bunch of kids there?
Yeah, because I know there are lots of kids, and then just the decorations, the houses in the neighborhood. So that's why I kind of want to stay home and be able to give out candy to the kids.
It's fun. I'm sure you'll like it.
You need to watch Smile 2. Holly, I don't think it's your jam.
Not my jam. Demons? No, thank you.
But you would live for the pop star. So Naomi Scott, the woman who played Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. She also was the Pink Power Ranger. She was in Charlie's Angels, the reboot. Like, she's had pretty iconic roles, but the movies have flopped, unfortunately. But this role, she absolutely ate it. And like, you could tell they're pandering to the gay community because she's just like that diva pop star, Lady Gaga-esque. And like, it's such a great movie for spooky season. It was a lot more gory than the first one, but it was good.
Ooh, maybe I'll go like, would you go like early in the afternoon?
Yeah, girl. My man is here for the week. I don't have any anxiety about taking care of that dog. Mama's going to be out. I'm out in these streets.
Yep.
She said, I'm ready. Yes. All right. Well, we got to see. I think Abe is finally coming back after 2 million years of being gone. So he's finally coming back. So
when will he come back from war?
I know.
Abram is coming home.
He's finally coming home.
Dust it off, girl.
Anyway. No.
Cobwebs.
You are not goading me into having that conversation when I know that my parents-in-law listen to this. Absolutely
right.
not.
Yes.
So Holly, how was your Halloween weekend?
Great. I think I even said yesterday, I was like, man, this feels like a great fall weekend. And as I was in the kitchen by myself covering pumpkins, I had to shout it to the people in the living room that were watching the football game. But there was a lot that happened this weekend. So Friday was Trunk or Treat, which we talked about on the show. And Maya, my 11-year-old, really wanted to have me do a trunk. So that was a whole debacle. But I did it. I got a $14.99 thing off of Amazon, decorated the car. It was not as easy as one might think. We had to precariously tape things in weird places. But it worked. It was just a lot of hecticness. It was like a lot of kids, a lot of crazy. So that was trunk or treat was Friday. I dressed up as Taylor Swift. I am Taylor Swift for Halloween, by the way. Hello, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I pulled it off pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good wig. Where'd you get it?
It's a good wig. I got it on Amazon.
Amazon has some good wigs. I bought a couple of wigs off of there.
Yeah, and I don't obviously know how to do a wig. You know who does know how to do a wig? My kid. What?
Oh.
I don't know. She knows a lot of stuff that I don't know. So she did my hair because I had like my hair just in a bun, and it was like a big bump out the back. She's like, "Mom, gosh, take it off." And then she like did a braid, and she did it like wrapped it up with. She's like, "Give me the wig cap." I'm like, "How do you even know what a wig cap is?"
Okay, come on,
baby.
Yes,
it's truly she is. So she got me all set. And so that was Friday, and then Saturday was so my fiance's daughter has like a Halloween-ish birthday. It's tomorrow actually. And so for as long as I've been in their lives, they do for her a birthday party that kind of doubles as like a Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we all wear costumes to her family birthday party.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So and he always had for a long time dressed up in tandem with her. Like one time they did Moana and Maui, and one time it was like a My Little Pony like tandem thing. He found a huge My Little Pony costume.
I was like, that got to be a pretty big costume.
It's hanging up in the closet. You're like, oh, gosh, my Little Pony. It's my big pony. So anyway,
yes, it is.
Hey. We're talking about
my pony.
Okay. Children's costumes.
Oh, right.
But yes, well, yes. So all this, and he was gonna do something with her again this year, but she's like, Dad, because she's turning 10, so the time is done for like daddy-daughter costumes. Okay. So she wanted to be Princess Zelda, so she got herself a little Zelda costume. Maya, always my dark and twisted daughter, always wants to do something creepy or bloody or spooky. Like this was never me. When I was young, I always wanted to be something beautiful and pretty. I don't know. Maybe I felt like I was not. So Halloween was my time to like really be gorgeous in some way. Yeah, sparkly, princessy, fun. Not this kid. This kid is like, I want to be a dead cheerleader. I want to be like a vampire. I'm like, okay.
Yes, come on.
So this year, she was a bloody ballerina.
Oh.
And we had to order a tutu off of Amazon. Everything came from Amazon this year. Sorry about Amazon. But this beautiful tutu that when it came, we were like, oh, it's such a shame that we had to ruin it because it was gorgeous. But then she's like, oh, well, got the red paint out, just went wild on the costume. So she did that. And then I was already trying to be Taylor Swift. And so fiance is over here. I was like, do you want to be Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
He's like, I will not be Travis Kelce. No, I don't like the Chiefs. And I was like, it's not even about the Chiefs. Anyway,
let's pretend.
We got into a big thing. And then he thought he was going to have to do something with his daughter. Well, it turns out she didn't want nothing to do with him. So then he was Travis Kelce. So I got him into Travis Kelce outfit, which he did a good job at. So we went to his parents' house, celebrated her birthday. It was great. It was fun. We went and did like laser tag after that, which she had never done. And Maya had only ever done once. So they ended up really liking that, which is fun. And then Sunday was sort of like family day at the pumpkin patch, because I'm telling you, I feel like this spooky season / October has been totally truncated by all the damn hurricanes.
Yeah.
So I felt like we had to squeeze everything in. So we went to the pumpkin patch. We took pictures. We got like, apple cider, picked the pumpkins. I went home. They painted some pumpkins. And I told them, I was like, hey, Miguel's friend group did a pumpkin painting contest. Do you want to see some of those? And they're like, yeah. And then they never ended up.
No.
They never ended up getting them because I was in the kitchen. I was carving the main pumpkin, which they weren't going to help with. They don't like to get dirty. And then it's boring when mom's just cutting the pumpkin. So they're like, we're going to go paint. And my hands are full of goop. And I'm like, you want to see? You want to see Miguel's friends? And they're like, sure. I'm like, what the? Well, just never mind. So it didn't work out. But they did a good job. And I sat there and carved the pumpkin, which I always look for some kind of inspiration. I did Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I did a damn good pumpkin.
Okay. Do you know, fun fact, I've actually never carved a pumpkin before. I've only painted them before, but it just looks so messy.
It is messy.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I like the painting. That was more my speed.
Wait, I'm gonna post this probably on Halloween on my Instagram. But I'll send it to y'all. I don't know if you can maybe. Well, I'll just send you the picture of the pumpkin because you know what Oogie Boogie looks like.
Yeah,
right?
no, send it to me. I can pull it up on here.
Is pumpkin carving and pumpkin painting canceled?
Why?
Because people are wasting vegetables.
Oh my God.
They create these pumpkins to be carved.
Girl, if that's okay, we'll cancel Christmas trees.
I know there's one person in the world that has to think that.
Oh, I'm
they
sure.
Probably do.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'll never forget that one time when we did
the hot dogs.
The hot dogs where someone lost the competition we did and we threw hot dogs. Right. And someone called in and was like, I can't believe y'all are wasting food. And I was like,
people
hey,
you know
what?
That.
I'm going to eat the hot dogs. Is that okay? Is that okay? God, not everything needs to be an issue.
But everything, because it's people I feel like that don't actually have real issues in their real life that are like, someone could have eaten that 99-cent pack of hot dogs. How dare you? Like,
well, why don't you go buy some hot dogs for people then, okay?
Fucking do something with your life.
It's true. What are you doing?
My
God.
What
are you doing? Anyway, I would like to know what you're supposed to do with your pumpkin after we're done. Because, like, obviously, we'll keep it up through Halloween, but then, it gets kind of rotten and gross. What do you do with it? You just throw it in your dumpster? Is there somewhere you can, like, organically decompose of it? I don't know.
Probably
compost it.
Compost it, maybe. I don't
know.
Did
you give some of the pumpkin to your Teddy?
I did actually. I did little bits because I didn't want him to be too crazy about it. But what we found out is when your dog's having diarrhea, my old go-to, because I had a dog a long time, was chicken broth and rice. That's what you give them when they have diarrhea.
Right.
Nay, that's old. Don't do that anymore. Now you do cooked, just plain turkey, like I do ground turkey. You cook it up, no oil, rinse it off and everything, and mix that with pumpkin. And that stops diarrhea way better than the chicken broth and stuff. So pumpkin's actually really good for cats and dogs. So anyway, did that. I even made pumpkin seeds because Maya's like, oh, can you make pumpkin seeds? So I'm in there slaving away, making the pumpkin seeds. But it was good. And then I went to a meditation last night. At this place where I go, where this woman has, like, I've gone to her for like energy healing and like energetic massages and stuff, and she'll do a sort of like a meditation healing thing. And so this was like a meditation healing post hurricanes, and I sat there and sobbed my eyes out. It was like an hour and a half, and then like she builds up, and I don't usually cry at these things, but this was just good Lord, I was sobbing. And I couldn't even wear makeup today, not proper makeup, because my eyes were so puffy because I cried last night. It was a whole cathartic weekend.
That sounds amazing.
It was good. It was, I really enjoyed it. It was a really good weekend. There were some fits thrown from the girls sometimes. Especially his, I think she might be going through like a mood change or whatever. Like, and my daughter gets in, then she gets like, meh. And so sometimes when you're just dealing with kids, you're like, can you just appreciate that we're trying to do a good thing? We don't have to do all this. Anyway, but after that, as a parent, you're just like, all right, then everything's fine. So,
Kelvin, how was your spooky season weekend?
It was good. The most activity I've done in a really long time. So Friday we were invited to a gay house party. And we met these guys maybe a year ago, and they seem like a really cool couple. But we have just been Instagram friends for a really long time. Like they like my stories, I like theirs. That's it. That's as far as it goes. We don't even exchange messages with each other.
Oh.
And they invited us to their party last year, and Oscar and I think like we just didn't go or we forgot. I don't know what it was. And then they had parties throughout the year, and we did not get invited to them.
Oh,
So me and Oscar were like, all right, we messed that up. Like they're not going to want to be friends with us. And then for some reason there was a resurgence. They invited us, and I was like, all right, Oscar, we got to go. We can't just be antisocial and stay in all the time. So let's go. So then we go. They recently just got engaged, so we brought them a bottle of champagne as a gift, and then we also brought our seltzers too, so we can bring to the party. We went, and it was kind of the same people we see on the weekends, like when we would go out. So it wasn't anything out of the norm, but the really weird thing about it's not weird, I guess it's normal, but everybody has their own friend groups already in Charlotte. So that's kind of how it felt. I really stuck to just Oscar and my friend Eric that came along. And there were some people that we were cool with that came by and talked to us. We saw Miguel there too.
Oh, at this house party?
This is a house party. Yep.
Were all the gays there? Like
all the gays were there. And
this is a big house. Damn.
Yeah.
it was outside. So
it was outside. Yeah.
They held all of the gays out there.
Miguel was hopping around the party. He did give us, a few 5-10 minutes of his time, which was very gracious.
That actually is a lot for Miguel's time at a party.
Yes.
You don't, it's not like you had like some, interesting story that Miguel had to exploit or anything. So 10 minutes is about.
No, it was good. It was gracious. It was nice. So he was hopping around, bopping.
Yep.
And that was that. Nothing really crazy. I think we ended up going to Scorpio's, the nightclub at night, and it was really overwhelming. I think I need to invest in some like earplugs. And also I'm trying to do this new thing where I don't get sloppy wasted. It's not always that I get sloppy wasted on alcohol. I don't really even like alcohol that much. But when I do, I try. I drink, and then I'm like, how about another?
Yeah.
How about another seltzer? I just want to keep the fun going.
Because like in your head, this is what happens, because this is why I don't like to drink outside of my house anymore, really. Because once I have like 2, then I'm like, I feel good. I should have another one to make sure I stay at this level of good. I am, like I'm a grown up, okay? I am 40 plus. I don't know how to feel about saying that, but anyway,
you should say your
like
age.
that either. I'm 42. Okay, I'm 42. Like in these 42 years, you would think that I would have learned that more drinks does not equal this is going to keep you feeling good.
No.
It's actually going to add to your downfall, and you feel worse the next day. But like my drunk brain is like, have one more because
keep the party going.
You're feeling so good right now, and that's why I don't like to do it out in public. I don't.
Yeah, so it's just not worth it for me. I'm really trying this year for my seasonal depression to not overtake. So I've been reading a self-help book, and I went back to therapy.
Nice.
I discovered this new thing called Open Path. And what's really cool about it is that with our insurance, no offense, iHeart, like it's not the best. But because we have to pay full price for therapy. But
most places, I
most
feel
places,
like they don't cover it.
They do offer us 8 free sessions, but I already used those at the beginning of the year. And like, I need more than 8 sessions.
Right.
So,
if you want to tackle anything for real, you usually do.
Correct. But with Open Path, you sign up. I think it's $65 to sign up. You have to qualify. Like they'll give you questions and you sign up. And if you qualify, you'll be able to get a discounted rate for therapists. And so when I was searching up some of these therapists, it was, a lot of these were the ones that I found on psychologytoday.com.
Okay,
so
that's good.
They're pretty comparable. And so I was like, oh my God, fantastic. So I just started, I think last week. So I've been trying, I don't remember what the point of this story was.
Well, I was going to ask now, is it like, so you said you have to pay to sign up.
Yes.
Is it like you pay a monthly fee and you can go as many times as you want? What is the fee for?
I think the fee is just to get into the program, and that's it. I don't think
and then
I have
you
to
get
pay it
discounted rates on whatever therapist you do choose.
Exactly. The rates can go from $40 to $70 a session, I believe. Right?
That's amazing.
Yes. Wow. That's what I was,
sorry.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was paying with my previous company, insurance. But yeah, so it's from a nonprofit organization, and so I'm assuming somebody is channeling money in there for them to kind of level out.
Yeah.
I'm
Must
assuming.
be.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see who backs that and where they do get that money or how those kickbacks work, because that's a great rate for therapy.
Yes.
My therapist, I think currently is $180.
Oh,
That's just out of pocket.
Oh, man.
So I actually haven't been in a minute because like I kept having to cancel because of the hurricanes, and now I'm just like, I'm on my antidepressant now. I'm doing good. Maybe I'll see her in another couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. And then a part of me is like, I want to do this weekly, but is he gonna think that I make too much money? And then and then I'm not qualified, but that's not it. Like, they can't judge you.
yeah, no. I mean, if you can pay, they're there to help.
Correct.
Yes.
So I don't know.
How is your therapist so far?
So I've only had one session,
Right.
and I'm open to give people chances, especially at a discounted rate.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it another chance. But he is in Asheville. And the first time we connected, he misspelled my email, so I wasn't able to do the paperwork. So he was like, do you want to do a phone session instead of a video session? Because one, he couldn't connect to me, and then two, he had really crappy internet. And I said, I'm not comfortable with doing a phone therapy session. Let's get your internet all good, because it was knocked out. He's still like over there.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just try next week. And so we tried next week. It was good. And then the first, like, I'm not gonna say 20 minutes, maybe like 10 minutes, we were talking about how like the things he's dealing with the power outages, and
10 minutes
around 10-ish minutes. I was just like,
okay,
And
they need to keep that to a brief 1 to 2.
I know, but he was just telling me how he had lost internet, he had lost his clients, and he's kind of now rebuilding. And so he wasn't like getting advice or seeking advice, but he was just kind of dumping on me. And then I just felt bad because I was like, I'm sorry.
Now you have to think
Also
about you're
my
an actual person going into Western
Yeah.
North Carolina that's dealing with everything, and now you're like, well, you know what? You
You're
win.
like, well, my problem is
Right?
insignificant and
Yes.
stupid. You're like, I have seasonal depression. He's like, I lost
Yes.
everything.
Sorry,
Correct.
pick a new one. Pick a new one. I don't like this guy already.
I
No.
know.
Sir, you're
see.
not doing it right. You're not doing it right.
No, if he brings it up again and makes it about him again in the beginning, I'm gonna be like,
Because I
I
always
feel like an
I
asshole
also,
telling him, hey,
No,
can we go
but-
back to me?
but that's what you're paying for.
I'm about to say that's
Wow.
what the literal whole point of that. It isn't just for you to help him and be a
Be
peer
a
coaching session.
listening ear.
I know, but it was devastating. How do I tell? I don't know. Well, maybe I just need to be better at controlling the conversation.
Right.
So the point of that story, now that I remember, was that I'm trying to be more of a less toxic or do less toxic things, aka getting sloppy over drinking. And so going into this house party, one, I knew I was going to be a little uncomfortable because I didn't know who was going, and two, I didn't want to get sloppy. So I went there, did not get sloppy, had a good time. We went to Scorpio's right after, and I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't having that much fun at Scorpio's. Maybe it was the music, or maybe the other part of me thinks, was it because I wasn't drunk, so I wasn't having fun? And is that a toxic thought? I don't know. But we went back home. We got some McDonald's. And that was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
I do love a good McDonald's.
And that was good. That was Friday. Then Saturday, we were getting ready for the bar crawl. I've never done a bar crawl before, and I don't know why I booked the musical thing. Holly influenced me.
Well, yes, but I also didn't realize when I was like, you should get to it was after a bar crawl, because
Like that
you
was
can't do
just
anything after a bar
I
crawl.
know.
I mean, I give you
I
points
know.
for like making it. I mean, so were you tipsy when y'all got to the Blumenthal Art Center?
Then
So you did go.
So I did go. Yes.
Mhm.
So we went for a few hours to the bar crawl, and it was a crap ton of straight bars. I'm not going to lie. So I
Yeah.
don't think the vibes were really for me, but I was there supporting my friend Corey for his birthday, and like he looked like he was having a good time. So that's all that really mattered. But the first place we went to was really fun. It was one of those bars that's kind of like by Ink and Ivy in Uptown. And like I've never been to them. So like I thought that was cool. I got to experience some new places that I'd never gone to. So we went there. It was kind of like a club. It was packed. And then we went to the second floor, and it was chill, and everybody was just dancing. Then we went to a second club/bar, and I think that was like our last one. That's where I saw Daily Dre there with her husband. And I was telling her, she thought that I was going to be drunk, and I was like, I'm not drunk. And her husband was like, well, let's change that. And I was like, no.
Whoa, my man.
No,
Hold
sir.
on.
Come on, let's drag it up.
Nope.
It's a bar crawl.
Nope. And then Dre goes to me, oh, well, like you have that show at night. Like you could, like, this is perfect. You're here. You could just walk across the street and go. And in my mind, I was like, girl, you really think I'm going to go in Shrek to the theater?
Right.
Not showered?
It's Halloween weekend. I'm sure people dress up and all sorts of.
Not.
No.
We left at 6, went back home, showered, went straight back to the car. And coincidentally, the bar really was across the street from the theater.
Dang. What time did you start the bar crawl?
3:30, and then we left at 6.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the
Okay,
show
so
was
you're
at
there
8.
for 2.5 hours.
And
You
how many
probably had
drinks did
several
you
drinks.
have while you were on the bar crawl?
I probably had maybe 2.
Okay.
That's it?
I was hitting my pen. That was more my vibe. Yeah, I was
about to say, because the picture that you all took at the theater, I was like, Kelvin's eyes look real. They look real small. I was like, either he tipsy or he's sleepy or
that.
Got it.
That. Surprisingly, I've never sat in a box seat in a theater,
Oh,
so
it was
that
a
was really cool.
box?
Yes,
That's awesome.
I will say lower level is better because yes, in theory it sounds good, but you had to kind of like do a little bit of that, kind of like look over.
Yeah.
But it was great because the people next to us didn't show up. So we had like a nice little area for us. It was so comfy. And I think the show and Juliet was probably our highlight of the weekend. We had so much fun. It was just great. The voice
was just so phenomenal.
It was so great. I love the story. It was really a lot about female empowerment.
Yeah.
I love a whole what if scenario. I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, and I know this is super nerdy, but like in the video game, you get to have what if scenarios. And the same thing with Anne Juliet. It was just that, like, what happens after if Romeo didn't die, or if Romeo, if Juliet didn't kill herself after Romeo and Juliet. So the music was fantastic. The actors were fantastic. And yeah, you even got emotional at one point at the end because she sings Roar, and it's really about her just like reclaiming who she wants to be and who she doesn't want to be with. And it was just fantastic. Did cry at the end. So that was lovely. I never expect that.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I've heard such great things.
And then what did we do after? We were going to go to Scorpio's after. And I was like, no.
Yeah, no, that's doing the most.
That's too much.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, honestly, so lazy all day. We started a brand new show called Pradeep's in Pittsburgh. And it is so funny. It's one of those shows that's not going to get any attention, but it's basically about an Indian family that comes to America, and like every actor is just so good and they're so funny. It's like an easy watch. So I recommend it. It's on Amazon. And that's all we did until nighttime. Oscar was kind of sick. I think it was the McDonald's. And I ended up going to celebrate again another birthday thing for our friend Corey. We went to Seoul and we did some karaoke. The AC broke. So it was kind of hot, and I already get steamy and sweaty when I do Anaconda. So you can imagine. I only did one song, and that was that.
I know I saw when I woke up this morning, and I saw that y'all did another thing for him, and I'm like, "Ooh, girl, how late were you out Sunday night?"
I actually went back home. I got home before 10.
Oh,
I for sure got home before 10.
I would
I'll tell
not
you
want
right
to go
now.
out on a Sunday.
You're
I
wild.
can't handle it.
No,
Yeah, I left at 9.
man.
I got home at 9:15.
I had a hard time even going to the meditation I went to, and it was a meditation. Like, and I was like, "Oh God, it's a Sunday night." I give you a lot of credit.
It was fun. It was fun. I am tired today. You guys have seen me the whole day today. It's been a struggle.
Speaking of, here is Holly's pumpkin. I have pulled it up.
Oh,
that Holly carved from earlier.
Yes. Oh, it's hard to see.
It is hard to see.
Wow.
Is that his face?
Yes. So it's Oogie Boogie.
Oh, I
if
see
you
the
can
little...
see, like, if you can see up and around, it's like a circle, and his face is in the circle.
That is a good
It's
job.
actually, I'm sorry, but it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Okay,
That's
once you like see it, at first I was like, ooh.
No,
What is
the
this?
outline is great because Jesus, it looks like you really went deep.
I did. This was a thick pumpkin.
Yeah.
Maya's like, we're gonna call him Big Back. I'm like, would you stop with Big Back? God.
The big bag pumpkin.
Big bag pumpkin. I was like, okay, so it is a thick pumpkin, but I like to do something a little crazy. Like I think last year she made me do an owl, which was difficult. But I have one pumpkin carving tool. It's like one little serrated knife. It's short, and I mean, you just get in there and so I will probably put it on my Instagram on Halloween, but I'll light it up from the inside. I don't want to put a candle in there now because it's only going to further the decomposition process. Right. So I'm going to try to keep it intact until Thursday, and then I'll pop a candle in that bitch.
Period. Friday night, I was at the party with Kelvin, the house party. That was really fun. Saturday, we did a drag brunch, Halloween drag brunch, which was really fun. And then we like walked around a little bit because all of Uptown, there was 82,000 people at Concert for Carolina. And so we went to a couple of the bars that people were getting ready for the concert. And it was very much a country crowd. And so I was like, are there any other black people in here? Anywhere? Nope, just me.
There's black people that are into country.
Yeah, they just weren't seen at all in Uptown.
Weren't out and about.
I mean, I'm sure
there's black country singers.
Absolutely, they just weren't there Saturday, but it's fine.
Right,
but everybody was super nice. Actually, ran into a couple of Miguel and Holly fan members that came out and said hello. That saw me there Saturday. And then we went to my friend Spencer's place and got in the hot tub for a little bit. And then I ordered us some it was like that. All right, we did brunch. We had a couple of drinks at a bar. Now this is the cool down phase and, to go out for later tonight. And so I ordered some food, but I ordered it to my house instead of his place. And so then we all had to dry off and then go over to my place to be able to eat.
Well, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. How long were you in the hot tub?
Not very long, because I also I knew that if I would stay in the hot tub for a long time, I would not want to go out. I knew.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'd be like, that's it. So I think we were there for probably 30 minutes, and then it was like, all right, let's dry off. Let's go.
I can't believe you went into a hot tub and then went out after.
I was determined. Well, this is what I love. This is one of my favorite costumes that I remember seeing Saturday night. Do y'all remember the hippo? What's it called?
Not Moodang.
Moodang. Look at this person dressed up. Let's see.
Oh my God! What?
Oh wow!
This.
What the fuck? That is horrifying.
Jesus!
Why is there a ballerina outfit on poor Moodang? What else would you wear? I guess
that was absolutely fantastic, and this person just was living it. And everyone was just coming up to them. It was so fun.
They have little gloves, like hippo gloves.
And she was getting it, and everybody was coming up and taking pictures with her, and then the little paws and everything.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's good, but really kind of scary, honestly.
It is.
It's a commitment.
And it was every time we would try to talk to her or him, I was like, I don't even know what you're saying right now because I'm just staring at your makeup.
Her, him. You really don't know on Halloween.
No, you don't.
Really don't.
You don't.
They. That's a good Halloween costume that they have there.
Right. You can see back here, girl.
That?
I don't know. Everybody was half naked at Scorpio. That was one of my favorites. And then one of my friends, Tyler, he did Art the Clown from Terrifier. Girl, it was so creepy. And I'm trying
Who
to
was it?
Tyler.
Tyler? Do we know?
Yeah, Tyler Davis. Oh, wait.
I don't know. Tyler. I don't think.
Is that the one who's always shirtless?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, okay, let me see this.
Well, he was not shirtless for this.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he became shirtless later on in the evening. But he looked, let me see if this is the right one. Ah, dang it.
What happened to your camera? It looked like your phone is just going down. You look drunk as fuck.
Oh, I escorted myself out. I was very proud of myself.
All right.
I did, because I was just like, you know what? Here we go. The Scorpio Club is so big that if you go to the bathroom or you go get a drink and you run into one person and you catch up with them for 5 minutes and you go back to your spot, then all your friends are gone.
I hate that.
I know. And then I'm like, well, where is everybody? And then you're on the group text. Where is everybody? I'm up here. I'm over there. And I was like, you know what? We've had enough fun today. It's time to go home.
Bye.
And so I went and I took myself home. But this was his art. It was terrifying.
Oh
my
God.
It was, and then it was like his makeup was starting to like cake off a little bit towards the end of the night. And I was like, oh my God, Tyler, you look so creepy. But then, of course, right before I left, he took his shirt off. And so then it looked like a hot Art the Cloud.
Oh my God.
That's what he should have done.
Oh my God. So that was purely terrifying. But yeah, and then yesterday, Sunday, I did nothing. I had some friends come over and I made, because a couple of my friends have never had my chicken parm, so I made that. But I'm glad I had something to do because I like got up, showered, went on a little walk, went to the grocery store, and then they came over and we watched Maxine yesterday, which was really good. So it was a nice little creepy movie. And then right when it was over at like 8:15, 8:30, I was like, all right, y'all got to get out of my house. Y'all got to go.
Pack up and go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Good for you.
Done.
And sometimes you just got to be done.
So yeah, so it was a good little weekend. I'll be posting pictures, probably like Holly on Halloween from this Halloween weekend.
Same.
Yeah.
But there were so many great costumes. Gays are so creative at just coming up with just off the wall costumes. And I was like trying to get pictures of everybody. I'm like, if I had a lot of money, that's the one time where I would like hire a photographer to follow me around because everybody just looks so good on Halloween. I will say, I did have a proud Ozempic moment. Friday, when I went to Spirit Halloween costume, I was going to buy this 80s male leotard to wear. Yeah. And that did not fit. That did not fit at in the dressing room. And so I got these like 80s pants that I was going to wear with this neon shirt. But the pants were small. They fit, but they created a muffin top.
Oh, not a muffin top.
And I was like, okay, this is not going to work. So being in radio, I have a million costumes from throughout the years. So Abe and I's first couple's Halloween costume, we were football players.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I tried it on and I was like, oh, this is a little snug, but it fits. I was actually able to wear Abe's Halloween football costume. Ooh. And I was like, oh my God, I look good too. My butt was looking.
Hey, butt.
Yes.
I do remember slapping that.
Yes.
At Scorpions.
Yeah.
It reverberated back. Went.
It did. I got a lot of compliments.
Bounce a quarter off of that bitch.
Right. And I never get compliments on my butt. So I was like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Oh, she was arching it.
Yeah. So I felt very successful this weekend with that. All right, Holly, how can people follow you online?
Radio Holly, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Kelvin?
At Kelvin Live, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
And mine is at Miguel Fuller. We will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Catch it on the iHeartRadio app or anywhere you listen to podcasts.